Very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Lawton on Friday the 29th of March, Good Friday. And we got 3 flat meetings today at Newcastle, Chelmsford and Lingfield. Now, this will be my last day on this channel for a while. As I've said, it's very time consuming, at least an hour to an hour and a half a day to do it. And I really don't have that sort of time free at this time in the morning, obviously getting all the bets on. Now, if you do want my bets, you can just drop me a line just below. You get them daily, just below at jefflaughtonmanagement@gmail.com. Or you can call me 07701 304 964. 07701 304 964. You'll get all the bets daily at 8:30 by text, and it is worth it. For example, one horse at Chelmsford that I've put out today was 3-1 this morning when I put it out at 8:30. It's currently as low as 11-8, so you definitely get the value out of it. Now let me tell you that today could be a disastrous day. As I always say, we have to play in the races where we're favourites. Favourites to win and not the bookies, but today could be a bookmaker's benefit day. There are no less than 20 handicaps where they're nearly all wide open. So if you want to go gung-ho today, I'll guarantee you one thing: you will lose your money. Drop me a line and let me know if I was right. So let's keep the bets fairly sensible today. Trust me, I've made fortunes more on the flat than the jumps, but I've learned the hard way when to bet and when not to bet. And I always struggle to make a profit on the flat at this time of year, hence why most of my bets right now are over jumps. So limit the number of bets for the present time. There'll be lots of time to smash the bookmakers further down the line. So going to cover about 5 races, I think. We'll start at Newcastle. I've got a few at Newcastle that I want to look at. Starting the 118 on. Now, he won on debut on the all-weather, and he's been a model of consistency over his 5 runs. Now, he won the Group 3 Horace Hill Stakes at Newmarket back in November before being sent to Qatar and finishing second in a Group 2 race, finishing strongly over a mile. He then went to Lingfield for a listed race and was caught wide, but he stayed on well behind 2 progressive types. Now, that was over 7 furlongs, and his run style suggests to me that a mile is now his trip. And it is quite a stiff finish at Newcastle as well, so he'll need to be able to stay it. Now, there's plenty of money this morning for the Appleby horse, but that's only a small horse and for me doesn't have a lot of scope. The danger was room service, but now that one's come out, it would encourage me to probably go and have a bet on in the 118. 225, Sommelier. Now, he's run 4 times for Marco Botti, and after his 3rd start, where he won easily at Kempton, King Power stepped in and bought him to stay in Marco's yard. Now, I know that through a close friend that Marco really likes this horse, and he was gutted when he was beaten over course and distance on New Year's Day. But to be fair, the horse saw plenty of daylight and he was a bit too keen that day. He was collared in the dying strides by one who takes him on again today, but he's got a £4 swing at the weights. Now, he worked particularly well last week and he is fully expected to go and win this race. 335 flies against everything I've said about trying to find races where we're favourite. Because if you look at this race, this is so open, it's untrue. But I will tell you, because I have it on very good authority, which is why I'm going to mention this race. So look at Habarama Gold in the 335. Now, he's now a 7-year-old and he's won 4 races on the all-weather, but none at Newcastle. In fact, his 4 runs there have yielded no better than a 4th back in November, but that was a listed race. The handicap has dropped him £2, and he's only £2 above his last winning mark. But I can tell you categorically that connections have lined him up for a touch today. He was as big as 14-1 when I put him up this morning. He's probably generally about 10-1 at the moment, and he's got to be worth a little small interest. Just on the message that I've got, it would be worth a small. When I say small, because at those sort of prices, you don't need to have fortunes. So remember, if you want the bets at 8:30, and especially with me taking a break, just send me an email or pick the phone up and give me a call and I'll tell you what you can do. And also, if you just want to subscribe, press the subscribe button below, because if you do, you'll get a notification sent to you when I come back on this channel. Right, excuse me. Let's go to Lingfield, 5 o'clock. Pandora's Gold. Now, I hate the all-weather track at Lingfield. And I'm so glad they moved the all-weather championships to Newcastle. Somebody once described Lingfield all-weather track as equine bingo. And it's probably a good way of describing it. Now, she's only lightly raced, having just 3 runs, but she's progressive, winning the last 2 starts. She gets an opening mark of 78, and that could underplay her potential. I haven't had a bet, purely and simply because of the track, but I do think she's likely to go and win this. Let's go to Chelmsford, first race. 140 Anthropologist. Now, this is those I was talking about. So 6 runners go to post in this race, 4 of them unraced. And it wouldn't usually be my cup of tea at all to bet in these races. I've seldom back unraced horses. But the story I've been told makes it impossible not to. Now, this is trained by Charlie Johnson. And the way the Johnsons operate with their 2-year-olds is that they work in groups of 4 over 3 furlongs to get a pecking order. The winners will take on the winners from other groups of 4, and so on and so forth, until they know where they're at, which are the best 2-year-olds early on, and which need a bit more time. What they never do is work the 2-year-olds at this stage of the year with an older horse. But nothing, and I mean nothing, has been able to lay a glove on Anthropologist at home. So they worked it with an older horse rated in the 70s. He kicked that one out of the way as well. So either they've got a very, very poor bunch of 2-year-olds this year, or this could be smart, and I'm led to believe it's the latter. So I have backed it, but I backed it at 3-1. It is short now. It is 11-8. See if the price comes back before, if you want to back it later. And that's it. So I won't be back now, at least for a week. I'm going to take a week's break from it. If you do want my bets daily, just drop me a line and I'll let you know how you can get them. Many thanks, and thanks for your time.